Hi guys, it's about 2 minutes before noon right now. I know I wasn't here for the past. I know I didn't have a video out yesterday. That's because I was a little busy here. Uh, you know, that's all right. So I'm back, and of course here we go. We're talking about some rain here associated with a front. So this is all what's going on here. There's also a little bit of there's also a little bit of wind going on into parts of Montana here. Also some fog into extreme east in Montana. Nothing major. There's also a severe thunderstorm warning for parts of Texas because of some pretty intense thunderstorms. So just be careful. Now, here's what's going on here. There's going to be a low that forms down towards the Florida region, right in here. This front is actually going to kind of be like this. It's actually going to kind of tap into that and then kind of move inland and then move out. This is going to be a very interesting system. This will be causing some very well-needed rains for New England and then some pretty intense snows back out into these regions of New York, Pennsylvania, West Virginia, even into small portions of Virginia, and also Ohio. Very small portions of Ohio. All of New England will see a pretty good rainstorm out of this. Alright, so let's get right to the models here, and this is the NAM. There's that front I'm talking about. There's that low. And you can sort of see what I'm talking about here. The western edge of this storm will be in Pennsylvania, to where we are on the eastern side of this. So with that being said, we will see an all-rain event. And actually, you can sort of see the winds. The winds will also be another issue, and that could be also causing some regions to see some coastal erosion, coastal flooding, some coastal issues, as well as some flooding itself. And you can see here's the low. Alright, we are on the eastern side. New England is on the eastern side. Pennsylvania and New York and West Virginia are on the western side of the storm. So you can sort of see what I'm talking about. Snow for these regions in here. So we'll have to watch out for that. So, moving along through time, you can see this moves out, and then we talk about nothing much. Well, we will be talking about one additional storm after that, but it won't be as strong as this one. Alright, so this is that was the NAM, this is the GFS, and you can sort of see what I'm talking about. There's that coastal storm because of major snows back out into New York and West Virginia and Pennsylvania. And then you can see there it goes, and then that lifts out. Now, what's going to be happening here is it will really be this additional low right here that will be kind of working its way towards the east that may give portions of New England and Pennsylvania and New Jersey an additional shot at some snows here. So we could see a nice 1 to 3 inches of snow before we see a major, well, not a major warm-up, but essentially we see a chance of some rain and maybe even some additional well-needed rain. New England with this upcoming storm will be talking about a good 2 to 4 inches of rain, so that's a very good amount. Now, here comes that big old coastal storm that moves in. You can sort of see what I'm talking about with that additional low. After the storm, you can see that this will be kind of moving, not like that. It will be moving more like this, up like that. You can see what I'm talking about here. It'll kind of probably move around more like this, but it's going to be a very fast-moving storm. It could cause a little bit of snow into portions of, yet again, the regions that see the snow this time. And then also, or with this upcoming storm, and then of course, back out into Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Vermont, portions of New York and Connecticut. We'll have to watch out for that. Again, not a major event with that. But you can sort of see where all the cold air is going to stick around, and that's in the northeast. What's actually happening here is the the trough is going to really be tight in the east. And actually, portions of Georgia, I noticed, could talk about a frost here. So that's pretty interesting. And actually, what actually happens is this ridge comes really through the whole entire western portions of the country. The western portions of the country will be absolutely bathing in the sun here. In the meantime, New England and the Northeast and the Mid-Atlantic will be pretty cool, including portions of the South as well. Alright, so that's what's going on here. Talking about the snowfall, this is from earlier this morning with the NAM. Not the most recent, however, you can sort of see what I'm talking about. Some pretty intense snows here. Tree-breaking snows. We're going to be talking about a good 6 to 10 inches of snow into these regions. Yeah, that's pretty nasty. However, that's not the most recent. What I want to do is show you the most recent NAM. And you can sort of see the areas in red, okay, which is parts of New York and parts of Pennsylvania. A nice 12 to, let's say, 15, 16, 18 inches here. Very nasty storm here. Snow will be falling in parts of Ohio, down towards West Virginia, central Pennsylvania, up through New York. This is really the target area for snow. And then, of course, the snow comes up through Canada. Actually, Maine will barely get any snow. I'm not even going to put out any snowfall amounts for Maine because I just don't think they'll be in the favorable area for snow. However, we'll see what happens. Now, that is what the NAM is saying. Let me show you what the GFS is saying, and I'll show you the most recent, and then I will show you the one from earlier today. This is the most recent GFS model, and showing you here, it shows you that most of the snow will stay into the Buffalo, Jamestown region, and then once you work your way towards Pennsylvania, you don't really get anything much. You maybe get a good 2 to maybe as much as 8 inches or 10 inches, but it wouldn't be widespread down through Virginia and Pennsylvania. I don't agree with that. I do feel like their model from earlier this morning was a lot more accurate. You can see what I'm saying. Snow falls through this whole region, with the intense snow being through New York, Pennsylvania, down through West Virginia. And then, of course, you work your way to our region, New England, maybe a coating, up to an inch. It wouldn't be a major thing, but a little bit of snow isn't going to be ruled out. Let me show you what's going on with the European model. There is, again, the snowfall. This is just at 1 forecast hour. With this one, you have to kind of take every forecast hour and add them up together. Just to show you, though, this is what the European is saying at hour 81. And you can see snow falling right through Pennsylvania, through West Virginia, and through New York. In the meantime, eastern cities are going to be pretty much out of the woods for any snow. So, you know, we'll be watching that, kind of showing you what I'm talking about with that secondary storm through the Northeast. Kind of working your way through this. Kind of go here, and you'll notice that that it kind of blossoms really out in central Pennsylvania. There's the beginnings of it. And then you can see it blossoms right in here. And this would be towards Thursday, towards the Friday time frame. Again, maybe the most snow would be happening out towards just to the north and west of Wilkes-Barre and Scranton, where they could be talking about maybe a good 4 inches of snow. But that would be really where the most snow falls. Generally through this whole region, 1 to 3 inches of snow. That's on top of the snow that we saw with that other storm. However, this is a little more to the west. This is a little more to the west, though. And then you kind of, or east, for that matter. And then you can sort of see what happens through our region. Now, it does look like it will miss the Pine River Valley. I don't know if that's true or not. But I can generally say through Massachusetts and generally New York and areas like this, a good coat into as much as 3 inches of snow could possibly fall with this small little shortwave that moves through. We'll watch out for that. You know, kind of give you updates through time here. So that's what's going on throughout the country and the east. Generally, we focused in on the east because, you know, that's where all the weather is going to be happening over the next couple weeks. To where the west, it's going to be warm, kind of too dry. It's going to get a little dry out there. Here in the east, though, we may actually start talking about maybe some good amounts of rain here. So we'll watch out for that. Again, New England, a good 2 to 4 inches of rain. So that's what's going on. Hey, have a great rest of your day, everyone. And we'll be back tomorrow with another update. Take care, everyone.